Rory Stewart suffered a humiliating response to his lack of a plan to reduce taxes for the working classes as he debated against his Tory leadership rivals in the BBC debate. BBC caller James from Oxford asked the 5 Tory leadership candidates to present their plan to lift the tax burden on the working classes. In response, International Development Secretary Rory Stewart argued his rivals' promises to cut taxes for the lower-paid working-class citizens were undeliverable and unrealistic pledges, as he claimed he would instead use any Brexit dividend to fund public services. But his response cost him to be accused of being out of touch and failing to answer the question. The Tory leadership hopeful said, "I believe the way that we get everybody back and reunify the country is honest and realistic. And the thing that slightly depresses me in this debate is everybody I feel is promising things. They are promising they're going to get a new deal out of Brussels they're not going to get. They're promising to get a no deal through Parliament which they can't deliver. And they're now promising, all of them together, almost £84 billion worth of tax cuts. I'm going to be very straight with people. I don't think this is the time to be cutting taxes. Because I'm not thinking about promises for the next 15 days. I'm thinking about the next 15 years. Our country is suffering huge pressures on our public services. If I can deliver a good, safe, pragmatic Brexit, and that's a big if, I will be spending the money not on tax cuts but on investing in our public services." After every candidate presented his tax plan, the BBC caller claimed the only one who talked sense was Jeremy Hunt as he thanked the Foreign Secretary, but he added, "And Rory, you're completely out of touch. You just did not answer my question. It's nothing to do with Brexit, it's about tax cuts. But thank you, Jeremy." Mr. Hunt promised to bring taxes down on business to turbocharge the economy and allow growth rates to match America. He said, "Life is very, very expensive in the southeast of England. In a city like Oxford, the cost of housing is extortionate. And I absolutely think that our Conservative mission as Prime Minister will be to reduce the tax burden on the lowest paid. I said I would like to see everyone in this country be able to earn the first £1,000 every month without any income tax or national insurance because that would lighten the load. The question is how you get there, and the way to do that, the way we can afford those tax cuts is to turbocharge the economy. And someone who set up his own business, I think if we can bring down our taxes on business we can get our growth rate up. We got a growth rate that was closer to the American growth rate of 3% rather than half that, which is what we're on at the moment. We'd have an extra £20 billion for tax cuts on people on low income for public services like the NHS that I was lucky enough to be responsible for. That I think is a vision that brings the country together.